Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of year again. The golf season has finally kicked in up
inching
here.
in. It's still not great outside, but we can go outside and play.
The courses are open, and sort of we're starting to kind of make those decisions as to what is going in our own bags.
Absolutely.
As much as we love helping everyone else, we also like to help ourselves.
Absolutely.
From
Well,
time
you
to
have
time. Absolutely. So Matt and I were chatting about his own bag and kind of some different options. And last year was a great year for you to get the handicap down. Yep. Probably playing as good a golf as you've ever played in your life. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So lots of great work with Larry Chung. If you haven't seen his channel, go to larrychunggolf.com. You'll see all Larry's sort of content. He has his own YouTube channel.
He does, Larry Chung Golf.
So go to that and follow a lot of it. We both work with Larry in our own games. So all in all, I think the approach you've kind of taken to your whole game has led to a big reduction in your handicap.
It's the most seriously I've taken everything, and that includes, to be honest, like diet, fitness. It's probably the best care I've taken of myself as well, which doesn't hurt. So it's funny that you mentioned this idea, like, do I need new irons? Because going back to my home club that's now open, like I see people that I play golf with, they watch the channel, like, oh, are you gonna get new irons this year? A couple of guys that are like, oh, you're gonna sell those irons. It's funny, right? It's like, oh, and I always say, well, I don't know, the irons have been good. But in fairness, I think I've kept saying that, and I've never actually, I guess, challenged whether they are still good. Maybe they aren't.
I know, that's exactly it. And we actually, from when we done your actual fit last year, we ended up with something a bit different.
Yeah, there was same heads.
Yeah, so we started off. It was actually the Mura Y grind, wasn't it?
Right. Then they stopped making them.
Then they stopped making that, so we couldn't get it. And then we were looking at X7, and then you kind of wondered, in your transition with Larry, is that a bit much? So we went down to the Modus 120 TX.
After making like a completely different, I guess my angle of attack and swing path changed
completely
like 9 degrees in a month. So we made a little shaft change, which made sense.
Yeah, and that's something that's a good point for everyone who's done good work in their swing or just made some changes over the winter, that you probably want to go and check and see how valid your equipment still is for you, and see if there's something that can be changed. And it could be something as simple as loft and lie adjustments. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a wholesale change.
Not to say this has to be a new set of clubs at all.
And that's the thing with you. I mean, we're going to look at everything about your delivery, your dynamic loft. We're going to look at your sort of face angle, dynamic lie angle. We're going to look at all those things and see if we can't get you hitting it a little bit better. So why don't we get some numbers, some baseline numbers off of your current 765s.
Okay.
You've been hitting those well and kind of working on that with Larry. Yeah,
I think my swing, I've been trying to make some more improvements in the spring, and obviously now that my neck isn't driving me nuts, I've started to hit balls again.
Right.
So there'll be some stuff that I'm working in, but I think this will just be fun because I have no idea where it's going. The result might be you're good to go.
And we played a little bit of golf over sort of the PGA show time in January. And what do you feel like you're missing in your iron set? Is there anything where you go, I can't quite get that from my irons in terms of performance?
I probably have a hard time blaming anything equipment related. Like if I hit a shot or shots that are crap, I'll be like, okay, my swing needs this, and that. I think one thing maybe if I had to point to equipment, I do wonder if mid to long irons get a little low in spin.
Interesting.
At times. But I know we'll be able to look at delivery for that.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I think the timing of my swing has really changed.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if you'll pop something in and I'll all of a sudden start hitting it better, just from a timing difference. I like how these have been set up, but I don't know. It'd be kind of a fresh session, isn't it?
Okay. So Modus 120 TX, Matty, 126 grams. Little bit stiffer than sort of your average X-Flex. It's designed for the more aggressive swingers, and for you it's not so much you're aggressive. You just have high speed.
It's just the club head speed.
That's exactly what it is for you. So a little bit of a softer midsection in the Modus, so it retains a little bit more feel. Not saying Modus and LZ are alike, but then in that part of the shaft they are very similar in the softer midsection.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Couple
take
openers.
A look. Yeah.
Can we do one and done? Oh.
Sorry, I'm done my bloody phone as well. Very nice. Sounded solid.
Yes.
So
Good.
what's been your sort of baseline carry number when you've been playing golf with it outside with the 6-iron?
The 6-iron I'll hit in the proper condition. I'll hit it from 200 even. It's been cold and windy, so I've probably dropped that back 5-6 yards.
Okay.
For the spring, but generally, yeah, 2 is the number that I'll try to fly it.
Pretty much on that.
The last 2 are pulled a little, but not bad.
And you're working on something very specific with your swing right now, trying to get away from shaping it as much, trying to...
For sure. Trying to neutralize it. So I'm basically, I've always had a bad habit of looking like this at impact.
Yeah.
Hips and upper body basically facing the ball.
Getting a little too square.
So Larry's got me doing a drill that gets me a little bit more this way at impact. So it requires a lot of effort. But when I'm feeling that, I'm definitely hitting the ball better.
Good.
Bad, just left it open.
Okay, Matty. Let's have a little look at what we're seeing there. So, yeah, some interesting stuff. Going over to the analysis page, and dispersion-wise, we've got room to narrow that down.
I'm definitely struggling a little bit.
Yeah,
struggling a bit with the timing.
I've seen something with you over the last 18 months that we've talked about, now and again, and that is when you have the wrong club in your bag and you start seeing the ball going a little offline, and for as much as people think, you've got that S on your chest, and when they see you hitting it that far, it erodes your confidence.
Oh, fast
as anyone.
Very true.
That you'd see, and often I'll say you're swinging fine. It's just you've got the wrong club in your hand, and I think when your standards are that high, and when you're normally hitting it very well, and then you're kind of in the wrong club and you're hitting it offline.
Yeah.
That can happen to all golfers at all levels. So it's the true sort of emphasis on why we think there's value in club fitting is just the wrong club will erode your confidence.
Yeah.
So so this is interesting because fighting your swing a little bit and seeing that kind of dispersion pattern. Yeah. Let's just see if we give you something a little bit different and whether that just shrinks down. So
for sure,
let's look at the delivery page on the average and see what's what. Okay, so here's a club sort of data page. 14.9 launch on average, 5,000 spin. So there's probably why you've been feeling like at times you're getting a little bit low spin when it comes to the long irons. Because if you're spinning 6 at 5,000.
A little low.
It's a little bit on the low side.
Yeah.
So we might want to sort of work at that a little bit. 14.9 launch. Let's see where the peak height is at. 104. So this is okay. Your peak's definitely okay. About 110, I would say. 110, 115 would probably be more like your normal.
So a little bit higher would be normal?
A little bit higher for you would be normal, but we probably would have to attribute most of that for you there. I'm calling the launch low. Most of it is just it's that.
Yeah, bad strikes.
A little bit low in the head.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see what we can grab you and
sure.
See what we can do. Okay. So thoughts and you haven't seen this.
I'm trying not to look. Yeah, I haven't looked at the back.
Which is great. I always love these tests
blind
because
tests.
I think they're so impartial. Then
whatever it is shorter blade length.
Yep.
Thinner top line. It looks like more loft.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. And the shaft, I don't really know. I don't think it's a Project X because I see steps.
Sure.
That's all I can tell you.
All right. Let's hit a few and see what we get. Just turned a little bit, but quite a nice flight.
Yeah, I struck that pretty well.
That sounded nice.
I don't think I'm hitting these as thin as before. Like maybe it wasn't the best golf swing, but it didn't I feel like the strike is moving up a little bit higher in the head. Looks higher.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Higher and perhaps landing a little softer.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice, Matty.
Yeah, it's better.
I mean, you are the easiest book to read in the world. You're already like swinging with so much more confidence.
Yeah.
Already, like you're not questioning yourself. You're not like second guessing your delivery right now. Your swing has so much more motion to it.
Yeah. I feel some different things going on in the shaft. I'm not sure exactly what. I want to say I feel more weight, but I think I'm just feeling more weight high in my hands. That's the most noticeable thing. I don't know if it's like a butt stiffness difference, but I feel more mass under my hands.
You're getting good at this.
Oh. I mean, whatever it is, I'm hitting better shots. I hit like 2 good ones with mine. The rest, to be honest with you, kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And these are quite a bit better.
Yep, agreed.
One more before I can look? Or are you ready?
I think you're good. No, I think we could see what we needed to see there. So.
Oh, Titleist, okay.
Titleist.
I kind of thought you gave me Mizuno's, to be honest. I thought you gave me a split cavity.
That's cool. So very centered, right on the line. Ball speed, sort of a little spike. Just purely, you were just making better
just
contact.
Hitting better, yeah, for sure.
You were very observant on that particular element of the high strike.
So it came way up on the face.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, more efficient, obviously through the better contact. Good.
Yeah. So that was what I didn't ask you. What shaft? Same.
Modus 130.
130.
X. So okay. Exactly right. Heavier and stiffer in the butt section.
So give me your brief kind of logic there. What were you trying to do?
More sort of weight in the handle just to help you with a little bit more timing and sort of just trying to kind of change the feels around a little bit.
Because I got to slow my arms and hands down. Yeah. That's what Larry's helping with. I've got to stop going
right
like that. Mm-hmm. So do you think a bit more weight is helping those trail a bit?
Trying to get it just get you to be a little bit slower in your transition, and we know weight does that. Yeah. So if somebody needs to improve the timing of their swing, and we think that we can help them with golf clubs, we normally give them weight. We almost
more
never
weight.
take weight away.
Yeah.
So more weight is normally better.
Gotcha.
All right, Matty. A bit kind of loosened performance of that last one, and the ball speed was a little bit slow for what we're looking for. So made a couple little a shaft change and a head change, and a ball change here.
So we're going Pro V1X now.
We're going to go Pro V1X. See if the speed is a little bit higher.
Pretty good. That was good too.
Yeah, that sounded excellent.
That's quite good too. Be happy with those last few.
Really nice. Just turned a fraction.
No, that was good though.
Good strike?
Yeah.
Seem to be getting a few more good strikes with this one, eh?
For sure. I think I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with that combination. Did you go back to a shaft that was from the start?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
On Modus again.
Oh, this is back to Modus, okay. Yeah, my timing feels better.
Oi!
I honestly didn't even think I made that good of a swing. They really
you
seem
not?
to be. I kind of thought I was going to push the crap out of it. Go in! Ah! Yes!
So that's got to be the one. Do we even hit another shot?
Thank God. What a nice scene. Woo. Oh, a PXG. Wow.
Swipe your card here, sir. Well, we would go back now, to be honest, Matty, and I mean, look at that. It's ridiculous. So
Or are those the same? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Sorry,
Look how similar those are.
So this is two iron heads that basically perform the same. It was really the shaft that seemed to make things match up.
We'll go back and hit the. We'll go back now and hit the Titleist with the other ball.
Gotcha.
And see what we can attribute from that.
It was those were the only two when you had the Modus 130, and both of those felt like I just made good swings. Not always expecting to see the ball fly straight, but I think it just helped me match it up better.
Your confidence was great with that one. You were very, very consistent with that one there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just kind of looked like the ball flight was doing the same sort of thing.
For sure.
Matty boy, so let's we're going to cue you back in with the Titleist. I mean, remarkably similar.
Yeah.
Scary actually how similar.
Yeah, you started laughing basically at how similar they were.
Well, and this is the thing when we look at shots that are sort of coming out like that, or sort of results coming out like that, you want to retest because it's been probably 25 minutes since we hit the tight
30-40 swings or so.
Yeah. So we want to go back and obviously we change golf ball and see if that's helping. So let's take another hit with this guy. Really solid with this. Don't back to back.
That would be insane. Oh my God. Oh, that would have been a joke.
But do you know the thing is, that's 3 in a row. The first, the one before the hole in one almost went in as well.
That's true.
Look at that.
So I'm remembering what you said near the start, that you thought that 110 to 115 feet was a better peak height. It looks like these are starting to get a little bit more in that range.
Are they both right there?
So it's
Look at that. They're both
110.
right on it.
Because people will ask, the head shapes are not. It's not like the head shape is different or the technology is overly different than mine. But I wasn't striking mine very well. I was thinning them, which I do that on the course all the time.
Yeah.
I thin everything.
I think it's just the timing. I think it's just the timing of the shaft, and you just seem to have really nice control of the 130.
Right. It's good.
Really nice.
It's good.
Okay, so we hit a few more with the Titleist there. Good again.
Yeah.
We're pretty comfortable with it. So as the dispersion circle looks, nothing really changed too much. Still very, very similar. Tough to argue. We're going to hit a couple more with the PXG head. I mean, the PXG is an interesting one. Honestly, Matty, the story behind PXG, obviously, with the way the clubs are made and that sort of thing, it would lead you to think they're quite forgiving. I actually find they're really good for better players.
Really? This is the T model?
This is the T model.
Right.
So, really, really good for better players. So
the profile of it is bigger than that CB for sure.
Definitely, and maybe a bit more forgiving as well, that sort of thing. So let's hit a few more.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, it sounds unbelievable when you hit it.
Do you think it sounds better than
I think it sounds
the
better,
Titleist?
yeah. I don't know. When good players hit them, I just love the sound of them.
I'm surprised to hear you say that. Like, I don't think I'm surprised that they make a good product. I just wouldn't think they would be one of your one of your top.
And and you know what, honestly, like I don't find myself gravitating too much towards them. And obviously that's purely because they have
expensive.
Limited chances because of the price point.
Yeah. You've got a limited chance with me right now because of the price point. I'm gonna start shanking these so I can take Titleist.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. I will totally agree. The feel of that last shot is very, very nice. It feels
well.
very
The one
solid.
thing I have done, I've given you the Gen 1s.
Oh, okay.
I've given you the Gen 1s.
So
But yeah, just
taking it a little easier on the pocket.
a little easier in the pocket.
What a guy.
Thinking of you, pal.
Yeah, I have a hard time arguing with you. It really is a lot better.
It's very, very consistent. It would be a shocker if it ended up being a PXG. I mean, this would be a...
This is legitimate surprise from both of us, for sure. Like, there's times where we're like, oh, I wonder where this will go, and it ends up going somewhere somewhat where we thought. This is not that.
I was just looking in the drawer going, what can I give Matt that potentially I can add a little bit more loft to get the spin up, but have kind of ball speed sort of elements where I can sort of keep the kind of speed up with the
So
spin.
there's a little bit more loft on this versus mine,
Yeah.
but it's got more, I guess, tech in there that
a little
pops
bit
the
more,
ball.
little bit more ball speed to kind of keep you from losing it just when we're going with higher loft.
It's a bit thin, but
watch it.
it's fine. Yeah, it goes onto the green instead of short when you hit it thin. That's noticeable, eh? Kind of a bit of a lazy swing, not a great strike, and that's really thin, actually.
That's a great one. I love that we can highlight that. You look at your average is 134. You've bottom grooved it, and you're 133.
I'm also looking at the spin, to be honest with you. Bottom grooving it and getting good spin is nice.
I'm pretty excited with this one for you, to be honest.
In fairness, could go with Titleist.
You could go either way.
They're close.
I mean, you might kind of think about the long irons and which might be a little bit easier to hit as you get down into 5 and 4. Whether that's a consideration, those CBs are fairly thin in the top line in the long irons.
They look thin in the 6 even. That being said, I don't think I had trouble hitting them.
No.
But I would probably think the 4 iron probably looks tiny.
A little bit intimidating.
Because even my 4 iron kind of bugs me. Like it looks very. Does this have more offset or about the same?
No, similar.
It's
certainly less.
Because it's a good looking iron. It just has a little bit more beef to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the only thing I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
One more. Hair heavy?
Yep, yeah, it was a hair heavy. They've got forgiveness, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, it's well hit. Just pushed it a hair. Happy with that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you really could play. You could play either or. 718 CB. New irons coming out this year by Titleist later in the fall.
Yeah.
So it's an iron release here. 0311T Gen 1. Obviously they've dropped the price, so much more reasonable. So it's less of a. I wanted you to make less of a price decision.
Right.
You
did it on purpose.
Yeah.
With you.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. So I wanted it to be performance based. I knew 0311T. Gen 2s, you're just going to go, don't even give me that.
I know.
Whereas obviously these are much more reasonable. And obviously the new 0211's coming out, the new cast version.
Those look good.
They look nice, but I think if anything, I would certainly look at it. Still try to stay in the forged model.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Shaft was a big one.
Yeah, Modus 130.
We're obviously, this is a good performing head, but I think we can't forget how much that made a difference in my timing was quite significant.
And the weight was important, but it was also the bend profile, because I gave you a couple other 130 gram shafts and you didn't do nearly as well with them. So
X7 was in there.
I looked at a surprise as well, to be honest. I never really thought I was going to give you that, but just when I was looking in the drawer after seeing the first couple of heads and what they were doing, it just kind of, the light bulb at times was on, and it makes sense to do it, and it made sense, and it worked. So
it definitely worked. It went in the hole.
Worked to the tune of a hole in one. So
been trying for what is it now? May. Been trying for a year and
pretty much. I think pretty much a year and a half.
Year and a half to try to make a ball go in the hole, and this is the first time it's happened.
Is that a sign?
I think it's a sign.
It's a sign.
If you believe in fate, it's a sign. Answer the question that will be comment number 1.
Yeah.
Why not just take that shaft and throw it in my heads?
I personally think that you were just digging a little bit too much with the leading sole of the Strixons, and this might be slightly controversial, but I have seen that from that leading edge. Although it has the V sole, if you tend to lean the shaft quite a lot on them,
I do.
I have seen that head just dig a little bit.
I hit some
a sharp leading edge.
Terrible fat shots. Not blaming the clubs, but to be fair, I have noticed a few really bad chunks that I don't usually see. So I guess just maybe a little bit more traditional sole is helping. Yeah, it's certainly possible.
Yeah, it's a little bit more sort of slightly more rounded leading edge.
Gotcha. Not to say that's not a good technology, but it's not for everyone, obviously.
Like
nothing
definitely.
else, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's, that sole interaction is one of the main attractions to that iron, but you need to be able to utilize the sole correctly to see the benefits of it. Okay,
right, good stuff, bud.
Good. Guys, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think. I'm sure this will be. I think this will be quite an interesting one. I want to hear the stories from the people who have went out and maybe tried the Gen 1s. Maybe the Gen 2s were at a price range, but you like the technology, you like the story, the brand appeal. If that's what you're something you were liking, and the Gen 1s just kind of were a slightly more attractive price point. Let us know how they're going for you.
Absolutely.
I know there was some kind of improvements. There was some changes to the construction of the Gen 2s, but to be honest, a lot of people have said that the Gen 1s and Gen 2s were very, very similar in performance, and we're seeing kind of that tonight.
All right.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.